Hi everyone, this is Melissa for the Becoming Death Kickstarter campaign. I just wanted to say hello and thank you to all my backers and all my future backers, hopefully, as well. It means the world to me that you supported my campaign this far, and we do have a lot of work to still do, but it's still every donation, whether it be £1 or 20 or 30, has been really, really helpful. So thank you for that. I just wanted to say we've only got 12 days left of the campaign, which is not a lot of time. It will finish on December the 17th. So if you're planning to donate soon, please do. We are really behind on our goal at the moment. We still have £965 to raise before the 17th, and that is going to be a lot of hard work to do. So what I want to talk to you today about is me as a writer. So, as I've said in my Kickstarter story on the front of the page, that I've always wanted to be a writer. I can remember standing up in school, and when people asked what job you wanted to do, I said I wanted to be an author. So, I went and found some of my old writing from back in the day. You can tell it's old because it has a goosebump symbol on the notebook, and it lost the cover long ago because I think this is one that I had when I was 12. And I found a story that I just wanted to kind of share with you the idea of it. And this is one of the first stories I wrote. I was really highly influenced by R.L. Stine at the time because I loved Goosebump books. And the story was about a vampire named Jessica who had cat-like eyes. And this vampire had come into the protagonist's school and was trying to make the protagonist's best friend fall in love with her. And the protagonist is trying to stop this vampire with the cat-like eyes, and she is actually a vampire herself. You find a twist at the very end that she's trying to hide this fact by wearing fake fangs that she says she can't even talk with. But it's one of those stories that I always remember writing when I was little. And I actually, when I was younger, I've lost the story for the most part. I just have a brief outline of it in my notebook. I had actually typed it up and tried to get in a manuscript format with a manual typewriter. So you can imagine how long ago that was that I was at home writing. I used to bring notebooks everywhere with me and write down ideas, and my parents used to get annoyed with me because I would be writing things down when I was supposed to be eating my dinner or talking to them. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. So that was where the writing career began. After that, I didn't do a lot of writing at university. I went and did a politics degree, actually, so not related to writing at all, and I didn't think that I should be doing a writing degree at the time. I thought politics is probably where I'm going to end up. But I did go back to the writing eventually. And it was because of National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo, that I actually started writing a lot more. And I found NaNoWriMo late one year. I think it was on November the 5th, and I decided to do it anyway. The first book I wrote was about a girl that travels back in time to high school to try and correct some mistakes, and also to try to win the crush she never got in high school so that her future will be better. And it was quite a fun book to write. I got to 25K with it, which I was really, really happy with at the time. Even though I hadn't completed NaNoWriMo, I thought it was a big challenge and a lot for me to write. And up to that point, I'd only written short stories, so it was kind of my first try at actually writing a novel. So after that, I did Nano a couple more times. It was the third try I actually first won NaNoWriMo, and that was a bit of a love story between a starlet and one of her co-stars, and I really enjoyed that book. I didn't actually do anything with it. It's still sitting on my computer, so maybe someday I will go back to it. Then I've been doing Nano for about 10 years now. I've won some, I've lost some, so I know both sides of the coin, really. But it wasn't until 2010 where I made the decision to go back to school after 6 years to finish my degree. And I decided, because I could do an open degree, to actually study creative writing and children's literature. Because I'd been working in a library up to that point, and I decided, actually, I'm going to go for my passion rather than a really serious job. And I decided, actually, I want to be a writer. That's what I ultimately want to be. So I decided to start focusing on that. and that was the year that I wrote Becoming Death for NaNoWriMo. I also used it as my end project for my degree. The first chapter was what I submitted as the first chapter of a novel. This is a proof copy of Becoming Death I had made shortly after. You got free vouchers from NaNoWriMo to actually get a proof copy of your book. You can tell it's not real by the big proof on the back, but it looks pretty good, I think. This has kind of been what's in my head about what the book might look like when it's finished. And as you can see, I've got a picture of Madison, and it's been really badly photoshopped myself, but I've got much better picture now from the actual real artist that has taken the picture. So hopefully it will look better than this when it's completely done. But in order to do that, we have to raise the funds. I'm very serious about this. I cannot afford to do the book on my own, and I really, really want this. What I want to do is next year at NaNoWriMo, I want to be holding up my finished book that's on sale, that people can go online or go into a bookstore and find if they want to read it. I might even bring copies to Nano to give away next year as prizes if I feel that I can afford to do that and that people want that. So this was the biggie for me. 2010 is when I wrote this book. This year, I have really been focused on writing. I've entered contests this year, and I've also got shortlisted for some things, and been a featured poet, which I never thought I'd be a poet, but apparently I am. And I've been serious about Becoming Death this year. I've spent since January 1st this year editing this damn book. It has to be finished. I had to get it done with. And now I've decided to do the Kickstarter campaign because I want to pay for this to get done. I want this book out on the shelves by next year. I'm committed to doing that. I really want to have this campaign be a success and have this book out there. And I want people to be writing fan fiction about this book. That is my ultimate dream. As someone that's wrote fan fiction in the past, to see someone else caring enough about my story to write fan fiction will be the best feeling in the world. So I'm really hoping that happens. I wanted to show you one of my other books. I had a proof copy made, and hopefully this one will be a book that, if Becoming Death campaign is successful, it might be able to fund the printing for this book. So this is my book about Rapunzel. So this is Rapunzel, and the true story of the girl with the golden hair. And this actually came out before Disney's Tangled, so if anybody's trying to say I tried to rip it off, I haven't. I wrote it before them. And this is a story about Rapunzel. It's a little bit different, where Rapunzel actually saves herself. So, stolen from her parents by an evil witch when she's born and forced to live in a tower, her magical regrowing gold hair is cut each day to make wigs for the rich and her witch of a mother. Rapunzel must find a way to escape from the tower to be with the men she loves. So, my Rapunzel's hair grows back every day, and grows longer every day, which means they had to find a way to get rid of that hair. So I made her evil mother actually a wig maker, and I had to research wig making a lot. And this book was quite important to me, and this book is the book that came before Becoming Death. And I would like to see this one done as well. But I'm only focusing on one at the moment, and hopefully this one and my other books about Cupid that doesn't believe in love anymore will find their way onto the bookshelves after Becoming Death. But in order to get there, I need this campaign to be successful. I really, really do need it. My life has kind of changed a lot in writing in the last year. I became a tutor for adult education, where I started teaching people how to write. And I had been doing that for years for NaNoWriMo, and teaching people how to write a novel in a month. And I'd always enjoyed it, and it was really obvious that that should be what my career is in the future. So I teach creative writing now for adult education, and I really value doing that. I really think it's important that people get down the stories, things that are in their heads that might not otherwise come out, or possibly even their life stories, because I feel everybody's got a story to tell, and it doesn't matter how well written that story is, it's just about getting that story out there, which is important. And that's why I want to get my book out there, why I want people to read it, people to see it, and just really have that feeling of knowing my book is real for once. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it hasn't been too overly wordy. I know it's a bit long, but can you please, please, please donate to my Kickstarter campaign for Becoming Death? I'm begging you.